April 2021 History of Volume 11 Number 22. Edition 2. Time for Kids. The Titanic. What happened to this ship in April 1912? This is a painting of the Titanic. Page 2 to 3. History. On board the Titanic. On April 10, 1912, the Titanic set sail on its first voyage. The Titanic was a British luxury passenger ship. It was described as unsinkable. The ship set off from England. It was supposed to cross the Atlantic Ocean to New York. Many people were on board. 4 days later, the Titanic struck an iceberg. The crash tore several holes in the ship. The Titanic flooded. It sank to the bottom of the sea in less than 3 hours. Some people got safely into lifeboats. But there were not enough lifeboats for everyone. Many people drowned. Looking back, at the time, the Titanic was the biggest ship ever built. It was almost as long as 3 football fields. The Titanic took 2 years and many workers to construct. It had 10 decks or floors. The ship's first-class passengers were some of the wealthiest people in the world. They had fancy meals. They had their own rooms. The Titanic was also one of the first ships with electric lights in all of its rooms. Many of the passengers in second class and third class were tourists. Others were people who wanted to find a new life in America. They shared much smaller rooms. The Titanic sank more than 100 years ago. But scientists and historians still study the ship. They dive underwater and examine the shipwreck. What stories do you think they are piecing together? By Karina Fan. Text on photo. This photo shows passengers walking on the deck of the Titanic in 1912. The Titanic was tall. It had 10 decks. Each floor had a different purpose. This is a painting of the Titanic as it sank. It took about 2.5 hours for the ship to go down. New rules. New laws were passed after the sinking of the Titanic. They help keep people safe at sea. Today, passenger ships on long trips between countries must carry enough lifeboats. The Titanic did not have enough for everyone. That's one reason why so many people died when it went down. Text on photo. This was a lifeboat from the Titanic. The ship carried only 20 of them. Power words. Luxury adjective, very fancy, very comfortable, expensive. Voyage noun, a long trip or journey. Page 4. History. Deep under the sea. The Titanic was found underwater in 1985. That's 73 years after it sank. Today, scientists are still discovering objects from this historic ship. The artifacts teach us about the Titanic and the people on board. Which artifact do you think is the most interesting? Mug. The White Star Line was the company that ran the Titanic. Propeller. The Titanic's propeller helped move the ship. It was big. Clothing. Who wore this vest? Was it a worker? A passenger? Playing cards. Passengers aboard the Titanic played games to pass the time. Violin. The band leader kept playing as the Titanic sank. Binoculars. A person on the Titanic used these. What did he or she see from the ship?